So we're going to start this show off with an interesting question that popped up on Twitter from the legends at NBA University. So here's the question for you. Name a player that is incredible at a really specific skill. So the example that they used was Kevin Love and his full court outlet passes. So give me a current or former player, NBA or WNBA, that is incredible at a really specific skill. So, Rashad, we will start with you, Mr. Cemetery Larry, because it is obvious.
It is. I would want to start off saying Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. That's one that jumps out to me. But then again, there's the fadeaway. MJ fadeaway.
The MJ.
So I'll go with the MJ fadeaway.
Okay, MJ fadeaway. Brandon, how about yourself? Give me a player that is really good at a specific skill.
I would say John Stockton pass. That's one.
Pick and roll?
Yeah, and then Dennis Rodman rebounding.
That's fair.
That's dope.
Let's shift it over to this side of the couch. Lexi.
This is a very specific skill.
That is the question.
Okay. So when I played in Chicago with Candace Parker, she would do this thing where she would do a dribble handoff, and then she would bounce it behind her and then set the screen. And I had never seen anybody do that before, and she did it really well. And I thought that was the coolest thing ever. I never got to benefit off of that because I didn't play. But
that part
I
did
enjoyed
not need to
watching
be
her get my
included.
teammates open.
Okay.
And I haven't really seen anybody do it as well as she
So
does
the
it.
bounce and the
The
pick.
bounce and then boom.
That is a skill.
She's really good at
That
it.
means you coming off.
And she never would get illegal
Yeah.
screens.
That's
I actually
bad
got hit
defense,
by
though.
them too when she
For her defender.
So what was it like to
Steal
get find yourself on the wrong side of that?
I mean, I always thought it was a moving screen
Boom.
every time, but
Full
she's
speed.
like, now then being on her team and watching how she did it, I realized it was not a moving screen. She's just really good.
Not a moving
She's
screen.
really smart, yeah.
That's a doper way to actually set a screen.
Yep, just bounce
it and go.
boom. Yep.
So Gil, give me a current or former player that is incredible at a really specific skill you cannot say yourself. And not pass.
Gary Payton trash talking.
That is a skill.
It is.
There's a skill.
Gary Payton
It is a
trash
skill.
talking.
That's a good one.
It is.
And a skill. I mean,
Trash talking is a skill.
Dribbling. Euro step. James Harden.
Bron with the chase down blocks. There's
I mean, a skill. I'll say
specific
It's a skill. What it is.
I'll say Harden getting fouled.
Yeah, that's a good one.
James Harden getting fouled was a skill to the point where they had to alter the rule book because of it.
And did you as players, obviously I know a lot of fans, they said it messed up the viewing experience watching Harden's ability to draw fouls, but as just a basketball fan, I love people that can manipulate the rule books to their benefit. Did you as players have any issue seeing Harden do that to get himself to the line to get some easy buckets?
You know what? It wasn't the fans that hated it. It was the media that hated it. Then they gave the idea to the fans. But the problem is they don't understand how brilliant you have to be as an offensive player to manipulate rules and referees in real time. Like, just really think about it, like bank robbing, right? You know how skillful you got to be to pull it off, right? While there's security and there's a button there, you have to. You're not a dummy, right? So you have to. They didn't give the offensive players credit for me sitting here, hitting here, and then pump faking you jumping, I'm jumping into you, or me throwing a ball and you're goofy enough to reach for it, and then I pull up. Right? You have to be very clever to know the human behavior. And that's what those guys did, right? And you penalize them because defense wasn't disciplined enough to follow their rule book. So when fans said, oh, he just gets to the foul line all the time. Well, it's not his fault. Defense is stupid.
Yeah.
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 Because you wasn't doing that against Kawhi Leonard.
Yep.
right?
I was just about to say.
You wasn't doing that against Klay Thompson.
Yeah.
The elite defenders didn't get caught with those moves.
Period.
Right? It was the dummies, and that was, and no one gave credit for that.
They call it the foul baiting.
Mm-hmm.
You're a foul baiter, right? It's like him and Trae Young.
Yeah.
You know, it's a testament to their genius, but it's also, like you said, the lack of discipline for the defender,
Mm-hmm.
for the all-star elite guys that actually know how to guard that. They don't get
I mean,
caught
they would
with the
seek
bait.
out those types of defenders to do
Yeah, you seek him out. I'm gonna do the
Yeah.
pick and roll.
He don't
okay.
know nothing about what I'm about
Yeah,
to do.
he's-
I'm about to hit him with
They purposely go at certain players to get those
And that's
fouls.
why I see, like, it is an advantage for him, and it is legendary, but it also tests to the defense that was being played in the league when he was doing it. He wasn't doing it against the elite when he was playing against all the guys who never seen nothing like
But
that.
like let's say Kobe, right? People didn't realize Kobe's pump fake was free throw baiting,
Yep.
right?
Do like 6, 7.
It was hard for him to get Raja Bell to jump. Everybody else won.
Yep.
2,
Grant Hill.
3, 2, 1 jump. Okay, got you.
Gotcha.
Right? I got you, dummy. Right? You know, Raja Bell stayed down, so he knew no matter how many times he pump fake, he was trying to get him to be undisciplined. That's what that came from.
Yep.
Right? Because he knew I pump fake. Everybody's like, all right, stay down on Kobe's pump fake. He gonna come, pump fake, pump fake. All right, you don't want to jump? Pump fake again. Now you jump. Like, you're the undisciplined
Yes,
one.
yes.
But that's what that was. It was free throw baiting.
Yep.
And you talk about foul baiting. Kobe, I think in the later stage of his career, every time he shot would scream, "Hey!" Right,
Yeah.
to try and trick the refs into
Yes.
calling a foul. Like,
That was the number one thing we did
hey,
in the league.
hey!
That was it worked
That-
every
that-
time.
that- good at that,
Oh,
got that.
very.
I
Hey,
used to hate playing against
man, Ginobili, AI. Hey, what the fuck?
And like, don't get mad at him for doing it. Get mad at the ref.
The
for
ref, big as a foul.
It's only 3 refs on the court.
Shit,
The
we
goal
used
is
to
try
smack when we used to shoot. Smack yourself in the ribs. Like, hey, what the fuck is that?
I know, what's his name? Antonio Daniels. Now that, as soon as he's driving, he's yelling, "Yay!"
Ain't nobody even around.
Ain't nobody even around you by yourself, bro.
So we got some picks from our producers as well. They got Jose Grand Theft Alvarado Sneaky Steals.
Oh, hell yeah.
Draymond Physical Violence.
Physical violence.
Good
What we
job.
call that, enforcer?
I don't know what that is.
Physical violence.
Mellow jab step. Rick Mahorn pulling the chair for all my old school basketball aficionados. AI crossover, obviously good. You pointed out that league stepped in and tried to curtail his ability to do that.
Steph 3.
Yeah, Steph's three-pointer, Sean Livingston midi. Nash
that's
pocket
it.
pass,
Nash.
never miss.
I live singing.
And the Dirk one-legged fadeaway.
Dirk one leggy.
Leggy.
I mean, Luka stepped back.
Lucas step back.
Yeah.
Bron sidestep.
The look down.
The look down.
The look down. Ron, look down.
Hey, that bitch go in too. It's like a lock in. Like as soon as he do it, it's like
dummies.
Look down.
it go green.
I'm
He
like,
doing this. His
dummy.
shot meter go green every time you look down.
I'm like,
oh
dog,
shit.
you see him look straight down at the court.
And they,
It worked every time.
bro,
I'm like,
Hey, it's cash though. That
it do be
motherfucker,
cash.
when he look, it's like, oh.
Hey, is
This nigga looking at the ground again.
James Worthy running the floor?
The
Yeah.
James, the post,
Yeah. Yeah. Nah, that is a skill, man. Running the floor.
Running the floor, just Kerry Kittles.
just being safe.
You know what I mean? Those were scary.
there's some-
Rip
You
Hamilton.
gotta know how to run the floor.
Rip,
There's a
Rip,
player
Rip
for
Hamilton
W
coming off
who
screens.
runs the
Rip,
floor.
That was a skill. Yep.
Reggie, Allen
yeah.
Houston.
Running the floor is a
No, okay, now
for a
we're
post.
Hey man, I'm not gonna lie.
now we're reaching.
Hey, you passed the ball. You was
you
a
a great
passer,
passer.
dog.
Yeah.
What?
I seen
great
the,
passer.
I seen the highlight tape.
Couldn't really shoot like that, but
No, I seen the highlight tape, man. You in the fast break and you throwing lobs off the back hard as hell, and people catch like, ugh.
he was dishing that bitch too.
I was like, man, I didn't.
That was all right.
How did you?
You gotta watch that McDonald's game. Probably.
That was
Like, he was coming
that was
like.
a different dude though.
Yeah.
His name is Brandon. I don't know who this nigga is? Mr.
This is Mr. B.
Mr. BJ.
I ain't gonna lie, man.
Elevated.
I was looking at it like, I was like, damn, how did you see that?
What is it right here? This is
a nice
BJ,
find.
Mr. B.
It's a nice find.
That Brandon nigga it was in Detroit and Milwaukee. He was all right. Can't guard me though.
Shoot for it.
Shoot
what is
for
it?
it.
What would be the
Getting
best?
a putt in?
If we had to rank which is the best skill
To have
all time? Like, I mean, their skill, just that one skill.
For that player, or just for anybody that could get that skill to be like?
No, just the player who had that skill that dominated the game with that skill.
Shooting threes.
Shooting threes.
Steph 3. I
So
mean,
Steph,
Steph
the
shot.
George Gervin
Shooting
finger
threes,
roll.
bro.
Ooh, the
No,
George
shooting
Gervin
Yeah, the shooting
finger
threes.
roll.
but
Shooting threes.
but was that his?
Go-to.
But like this is it. If that's all he did, would he be a Hall of Famer? Like Steph is a Hall of Famer for his three.
I go with
Dennis
Jabbar.
Rodman is a Hall of Famer for just rebounding. Kareem with the skyhook.
33,000. 33,000.
I'm gonna go Bron then
But
with
that's
this.
not, but that's not all skyhook.
Hey.
That's not all skyhook. But I'm just saying
Bron with
Steph.
this.
Steph and him.
Steph at 3-point.
But that Sky probably the most unstoppable. Just
Unstoppable.
given his height and his
Like, even
ability.
though Steph is
That
powerful,
Steph three,
he can stop that.
Magic's
No,
passing.
man, MJ fadeaway though.
The MJ fadeaway.
Unstoppable.
That came later in his career though.
It did. It did.
And, yeah.
Was
He
it
already had some scoring titles
96?
before that.
It was
Yeah,
like
that
96.
came in.
The chat keeps-
I mean, he was doing it in like the early '80s, but it wasn't his staple.
The chat keeps saying the dream shake, so we got to show him.
Dream
Hell
shake.
yeah.
But Gil is travel
we
or no
missed
travel.
that.
Oh yeah, you know.
Yeah, he said he's a travel.
Hey, you know, it's so funny. I asked somebody then. It was like he did actually get called for a lot of travels. Most of his turnovers came from traveling.
Yeah, moving too fast.
Yeah. They said he was too fast.
And chat's also saying Tim Duncan
Big fundies.
Off the glass.
off the glass.
But you remember,
Funnies.
what he did perfect was hold it here, you do this, and then he went up, and they took that from him.
Yep. They did?
Yeah.
It's interesting, yeah.
Oh,
He started it.
They started calling that was a no call.
Tim Duncan is the one who started when you put your hand like this and
Go
he
straight
did
up.
he started that. Then what happened was everybody started using that 3-point line, Kevin
Yes.
Durant, and then they just took it from everybody.
Yeah.
But Tim Duncan was a master at that.
Yeah.
He was also
He'd be
rocking
sitting there,
It's like that.
Old Navy back in the day, long before it was fashionable. If it ever was.
like breaking backboards. No.
That is a skill.
And I believe it's Will Chamberlain's birthday today. Obviously, he had a specific skill
He
that
did,
many
man.
people know about.
Shit.
Yeah,
Sounds
scoring.
He was scoring on and off.
Man, my type of skill.
All right, but let's keep this thing moving. Zion Williamson played a career.